T-Man 978 Shill Review.
Hello everyone, T-Man 978. Thanks to myself and Junkie on Crafts and Builds, I'm going to be able to take a look at two Marvel Legends Jonathan Majors action figures, one being Disney Plus Loki series He Who Remains, and the other one being Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania Kang the Conqueror. One is from the Khonshu Build figure wave, the other one is from the Cassie Lang Build figure wave. Artwork. Here they both are out of the packaging, and one got the short end of the stick when it comes to accessories. He Who Remains got this delicious green apple right there, and he also came with this optional bird skull head. Nicely painted. It's kind of weird, but I'll allow it. Kang the Conqueror has these optional gesture or power move hands right there. Then he has a full-on right fist and a left grabbing things optional hand with nothing to grab. You get this optional giant white girl head. It's kind of weird as an option, but okay. It is nicely painted, nicely sculpted with this bigger size. They can put a lot more detail in there than you would normally get. I don't know if it looks more like the actress, but yeah. Then you get the masked white girl head, which matches his outfit a little bit more. So maybe that's a better option. Let's let you see it from all the angles and whatnot. But yeah, nicely sculpted and whatnot. And I like the detail on the eyes in there. I'm gonna have to get back to He Who Remains. I think I got this guy when he was like on one of those clearances. It wasn't that cheap, but I wanted him because sometimes I have a thing for black characters, especially ones based on real people. I really like having a highly detailed, realistic person. And this is a good likeness. As far as I can tell, this is an all-new sculpt. They unfortunately, because of the stuff he's wearing, gave him single-jointed elbows right there. But they did go out their way to give him pinless leg joints with these new legs. As far as articulation, his head is on a dumbbell joint. So he can get all the side tilts and all that. He can look down. Can't look up as much because this jacket gets in the way. That's what that looks like under there. He does have this upper torso joint that comes forward a lot, to be honest with you. Goes back but breaks the sculpt up. The legs actually do move independently of the upper torso, but it's very difficult. He can kick forward that much with no hindrance, really. Can bend all the way back. You do get the thigh rotation. His legs can go out to the side a lot. You get ankle swivel. I always appreciate that. The feet can go back, forward, and ankle pivot. Yeah, if you don't have boot swivel or shin swivel, ankle swivel is much appreciated. He doesn't have any type of butterfly joint. And when you lift the arm, you can see his armor underneath of there. But he can get his arm up that high. And the elbows do seem... I'm gonna give that 90 degrees. Yeah, for both of them. I was gonna lie or cheat and give them more than 90 degrees, but it's not. Both wrists go in and out and rotate. So, if it wasn't for all the hindrances and whatnot, he would have very good articulation, besides not having more than 90 degrees on the elbows. But at the end of the day, kind of lackluster with the one accessory. They couldn't even give him hands. I would even take a face with a smile or some kind of better expression than this. They always give them these deadpan stares sometimes. Not every character, because Ant-Man will usually have a smirk or something like that. But show him enraged or happy. I mean, he had a whole bunch of crazy emotions in that one little scene he was in. Then there's King the Conqueror. I was excited to get this after seeing the product renders and whatnot, which did look a little bit darker and more detailed than what we get. I mean, there is a lot of detail in his face. They tried to replicate what he looked like in the movie from, I'm gonna guess, from proto images, because this came out or was designed like super close to the movie being released. But I do like the design of the outfit. They put slits in the side of his little tunic skirt thingy. This is like multi-layered, his cape. Well, I say it's designed to look multi-layered. Let me just say that. But it is attached to this shoulder piece and pegged in, it seems like, but permanently. And here's what you got going on down here. I don't know. Gripes as far as him as an action figure. Especially after looking at this. This guy without the armor, he has thicker legs, and you could argue that the jacket he's wearing makes his arms a little bit bigger, but he seems to be very thin, and his legs are definitely super thin. And he is a buff dude. But anywho, let's get to the articulation. The head is on a dumbbell. They can look up, look down, tilt side to side and whatnot, and of course rotate. The shoulders are normal, sculpted under there, but this whole part, it's pliable technically, but it is hard as hell. So you ain't getting nothing beyond that, which is unfortunate. The arms can't come really forward. So yeah, you get the bicep swivel, the double jointed elbows. You get the hands that go in and out like that. I mean, he was nonchalant in the movie and just doing things with a slight gesture. And they really took that to their advantage, making this figure. And not the same way they gave this a cut right there. I think they should have cut it back here or something like that, or just used a better, more pliable plastic, because yikes. Anywho, the torso. Torso is a mixed bag. It can crunch in a lot, go side to side, but when you go back, definitely broke up the sculpt. They should have definitely taken that front sculpt all the way down, especially if you're going to give them this type of articulation. I appreciate them designing it in such a way to give you all that with just one ball, since it doesn't have a normal ab crunch. But yeah. And of course it can rotate and whatnot. The legs go all the way out to the side. Let me see how, I know this is gonna, I messed with it, but I'm gonna kick out and let it down to see how, yeah, I can't get the leg to stay out that much. You get the thigh rotation, the pinless double knees. No boot swivel, even though there is definitely a sculpting area for them to have done that. No ankle rotation, but you do get ankle pivot. The feet go all the way back and they come forward a bit. So he looks good. I like the design of this outfit, which, just like the movie, is very close to what he looked like in the comic. But the shoulder hindrance is a killer. I can even get around the no boot rotation, since did he fly? I can't remember if he flew in the movie. Yeah, I don't think he flew, but he did have these like little devices that went under his feet, like the Kamala Khan from Disney Plus. Or maybe he could, I can't remember. But I would make him fly, especially with these hands. And just have his feet off the ground. Just reminds me of like the Marvel movie Magnetos and whatnot. But I haven't tried this. Let's see if you can actually swap heads. So far it looks promising. But you can swap heads, but that neck is very high, unfortunately. Yeah. It fits on that perfectly, but that neck is super duper high. Let's look at this. And that just looks weird. In the movie King the Conqueror just seems to be a completely different scale as well. He's smaller. So you would think they would try to make all this stuff, this MCU stuff, be in scale with each other, but they didn't here. It wasn't important to them, unfortunately. Here they are next to some other Marvel Legends figures to give you an idea of what their heights are, which I'm pretty sure is 6.5 inches tall. So, final verdict. He Who Remains would have been interesting, would have been more interesting with other options like different hands and a different face. I mean, what you get is good. Just, it's good. King the Conqueror is more hindered in the shoulders, which is friggin' frustrating. And he comes with 2 other hands. It might have been cool if he had some blast effects or something like that, like he's shooting out of his hands. That would have taken him to the next level. I don't even know if he needed a different face, because he does have that bland face there, and in the movie he constantly just did things nonchalantly with a bland face, so that figure can get away with the bland face more than this one, who was just all over the place erratic. Thank you again to Junkion Crafts and Builds for the whole body of Khonshu. All I had was the head. So thank you so much for that. And thank you for letting me review this dude. But anywho, thank you all for watching, whoever watched this. Thank you so much. I appreciate you a lot. Until next time, T-Man978 out of here.
Figure action. That one's me.
Join the Syndicate Toy Hunters Facebook group. Link in the description.
Click the videos. Click the videos, baby. Click the videos.